Welcome back to Crypto Twitter. On today's video, I would like to discuss Chainlink, but before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could follow me on Twitter down below in the description, below social and info. You will find the link towards my Twitter, and you will be able to stay up to date about all upcoming development on this YouTube channel. So already, thank you for following me on Twitter. Let's get started on Chainlink on the 1 hourly time frame. I have already drawn a few lines that I think are of utmost importance, and what I would like to discuss is as well the daily time frame today, because we are seeing something I think is quite important. So we have seen this descending resistance, 2 touch points underneath this descending resistance. You could say 3, but I'm saying 2 touch points, so it's not a confirmed descending resistance line yet. What have we seen as well below us? We have seen this descending support range, so that is absolutely important to me, and we are right now, well, you could clearly see it inside of a falling wedge. So this is for sure important to me. Perhaps we are going to be able to see a breakout occur on Monday and see further increase once more, breaking out above the one line at $36 range and finding support or accumulation on top of it. So this is a scenario I think is very likely for Monday. But what I clearly have to admit right now is that if we take a look at the EMA ribbon, it is a level of resistance above us. We only have been able to, well, see 2 retests of this range, and we are right now clearly getting rejected once we tried to break out above it once more. So that is absolutely important so far. But what else is absolutely very important on Chainlink? So if we enable the MACD, what you can clearly see is that we already experienced a crossover towards the downside. We are right now as well experiencing some momentum towards the downside. So this is something you would like to monitor very closely, because we are going to see momentum towards the downside for the upcoming hours taking place. So that is something absolutely important. And what we would like to say is that we would like to stay on top of this other line, this one over here. And the reason why is something I would like to discuss a little bit further on during this video. As well, if we take a look at the RSI on the 1 hourly time frame, what you can clearly see is that previously we saw a bearish divergence taking place. We were seeing this higher high on the RSI and lower high on the chart. Therefore, we saw a decline in price action. This is also the reason why we are right now not able to break out above this descending resistance and being able to see major increase afterwards. For sure, this was something that had a big role in it. But as well, we are not seeing any type of bullish divergences right now. So if we see a further decline below this ascending support range, we could be heading once more towards a retest on top of this descending support of the falling wedge. So this being said, I would like to say immediately that if we break down below this descending support on the falling wedge, I will be a little bit more bearish on Chainlink, and the reason why is something I would like to show you right away after showing you on the 4 hourly time frame what the MACD is showing us. So if we take a look at the 4 hourly time frame, at this point in time we are seeing that the MACD does actually look very good. We are seeing a lot of momentum loss, and therefore as well a crossover is very likely to occur on Monday, and as well a breakout outside of the falling wedge. So this is absolutely looking good to me. So if we do not see a breakout occur outside of the falling wedge on Monday, I would be actually a little bit more concerned. The reason why is because if we do not see an increase in momentum and as well an increase in price action heading once more towards the 36 range, I would like to show you the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you can clearly see that we are heading towards a crossover on the momentum indicator. The last time this occurred, we saw a major decline in price action, and as well several times before we have seen as well decreases in price actions when we see the crossover on the momentum indicator. So therefore, right now I personally am a little bit concerned, because if we do see a crossover occur on the daily time frame, it could perhaps mean that we will break down below this major ascending support zone, and this ascending support zone for me personally is absolutely important. The reason why is because we have seen multiple touch points on top of this ascending support range, and if we right now see a breakdown, it could perhaps mean that we are going to see a trend reversal getting created, and as well a decline in price action, not creating a higher low anymore. So if we see a minor breakdown, all the heading towards the 0.786 today at $32, that is something that does not concern me. This is still a major stronghold. We have seen multiple rejections underneath this level, so therefore I think this will be for sure a stronghold underneath us. But if we break further down below this level, I personally would be a little bit more concerned about the overall trend on Chainlink. what I think is absolutely important, if we check on the RSI, we are seeing this major bullish divergence taking place. We are clearly seeing a higher low on the chart, and we are as well seeing this lower, slightly lower low on the RSI. Therefore, this is a confirmed bullish divergence, and if we see a further decline in price action heading towards that 0.786 Fibonacci at $32 or almost $33, I will for sure tell you that this bullish divergence will help us to stay on top of this range. So that is something absolutely important. Lastly, I would like to discuss the EMA ribbon as well. We are clearly still being supported by the EMA ribbon. Therefore, I think it is very likely that we are not going to see a way further decline. I personally think that it is likely that we are going to see just a minor decline heading towards that 0.786 level as I discussed previously. But that would be actually quite great because we will be retesting the descending support of the falling wedge we discussed previously, and if we see a breakout occur on Monday above this falling wedge, we will be heading towards the $36 range once again. So that was something I wanted to discuss with all of you guys, and I really hope you enjoyed this video so far. And do not forget, as a recap, we would like to stay on top of the 0.786 for the overall trend, and as well on Monday we would like to see an increase breaking out above this descending resistance on the 1 hourly time frame. So we would like to see a breakout above this range, and we would like to stay for sure on top of this descending support zone at approximately, let's take a quick look, at $32.46. Otherwise, it could be perhaps a reason to be a little bit more careful or doubtful about the overall trend on Chainlink. Thank you very much for watching, and do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below. Have a nice day.